Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. So, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the NFL buzz lately, you know that the league is never short of drama, especially when it comes to potential trades and roster shakeups. And right now, one of the hottest topics circling around the Big Apple is the possibility of the New York Giants making a bold move to bolster their defensive line. There's a lot of chatter about the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that's been struggling a bit after their peak with Patrick Mahomes, being open to trading one of their most disruptive interior defenders, Chris Jones. Yes, you heard that right. Chris Jones, the game-changing defensive tackle from Mississippi State, could soon be donning a Giants jersey, and it's causing quite a stir among fans and analysts alike. Now, I know what many of you are probably thinking. Why would the Chiefs, a team that just a couple of years ago was riding high, consider parting ways with a star like Jones? Well, the NFL is all about cap management and roster recalibration, especially when you're trying to reset for a new competitive cycle. The Chiefs, currently sitting at 6-7 with a cap space around $2.8 million, are allowing roughly 140 yards per game on the ground, an area where they've been vulnerable. Their defensive line, despite its talent, hasn't been the same after their Super Bowl victory, and some reports suggest that Kansas City might be willing to part with Jones in exchange for draft picks and a promising defensive tackle prospect. This move would allow the Chiefs to free up cap space and potentially rebuild with a focus on youth and future assets. For the Giants, this isn't just about adding a star, it's about transforming the entire defensive front. Right now, Big Blue's interior defensive line is a work in progress, with a PFF grade around 75.3, and they're allowing about 26 points per game. Adding Chris Jones could be a game-changer. Imagine having Jones alongside Kayvon Thibodeaux, creating a relentless pass rush that could turn the tide in many games. His ability to collapse pockets, pressure quarterbacks, and stuff the run is exactly what the Giants need as they aim to fix their run defense issues and improve on third downs. Remember, the Giants are allowing about 170 rushing yards per game, which is a significant vulnerability. Bringing in a player like Jones, who has a career total of 84, 5 sacks, and over 150 QB hits, could be the piece that elevates their defense from decent to elite. Let's talk about Jones's recent performance and what he could bring to the table in 2025. This guy has been producing at an elite level when healthy. Last season, in just 13 games, he racked up 4 sacks, 35 pressures, and a pass rush grade of 90. 4 from PFF. His run defense win rate was around 28%, and his EPA per pressure was 0.20, which shows how impactful he is on the field. He also recorded 22 tackles, proving he's not just a pass rusher but someone who can hold his ground against the run as well. Over his career, Jones has appeared in 151 games, compiling an impressive 84. 5 sacks, 218 tackles, and over 150 QB hits. His missed tackle rate is only around 4.8%, reflecting his consistency and high football IQ. Now, injuries have been a part of his story. He suffered a shoulder injury in Week 6 last season, leading to 1 missed game. But when healthy, he's been a dominant force. In Week 5, he had 2 sacks against the Broncos, showcasing his ability to impact the game even early in the season. His style of play draws comparisons to the likes of Aaron Donald, powerful, relentless, and capable of disrupting an entire offense. The Giants, in particular, could see a huge boost if they acquire a player of Jones's caliber. Just look at how the Rams benefited from their interior upgrade in 2021, with Donald dominating and elevating the entire defensive front. If the Giants can secure Jones, it would be like adding a double dose of interior disruption, significantly increasing their chances of shutting down the run and putting pressure on opposing quarterbacks. From a strategic standpoint, this trade could be a turning point for Big Blue. The Giants are currently 2-11, and while that record isn't what fans want to see, it's also a reflection of the ongoing rebuild. Their defensive line, although promising with players like Kayvon Thibodeaux, still needs that extra push to be truly formidable. Bringing in Chris Jones could be the boost they need to compete with the best in the NFC East and beyond. The NFC East has become a division of intense rivalries, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Commanders all vying for supremacy. Adding Jones would give the Giants a serious inside presence that could change the dynamics of their defensive battles. Looking ahead to the playoff picture, the impact of acquiring Jones could be even more significant. The odds of winning the Super Bowl have been pretty long for the Giants this year, with current betting odds around plus 50, 0. But if they land Jones, those odds could shorten dramatically, potentially moving to plus 16, 0, or even better. His presence would be a true X-factor in the postseason, especially in high-pressure moments where interior pressure can make all the difference. Think about the Rams in 2021, who elevated their game with Donald leading the charge, making key sacks and disrupting the rhythm of opposing offenses. If the Giants can replicate that kind of impact, they could become a serious threat in the NFC, especially if Jones helps to elevate their pass rush and run defense simultaneously. From a broader perspective, this move isn't just about this season. It's about setting up the Giants for sustained success. The front office seems willing to make bold moves to position the team for future playoff runs, and acquiring a player like Jones would send a powerful message to their rivals and fans alike. It's a statement that Big Blue is serious about rebuilding the trenches and returning to their former glory. The defense needs a leader, a disruptive force, and Jones could be that guy, someone who commands double teams, draws attention from multiple blockers, and opens up opportunities for his teammates. His addition could pave the way for the Giants, young pass rushers like Thibodeaux, to thrive even more, creating a domino effect that strengthens the entire defense. Of course, there are skeptics who might question the cost. Trading draft picks and a promising young defensive tackle prospect isn't a small decision. But if the Giants see this as a chance to accelerate their rebuild and make a real push toward the playoffs, it might be worth the gamble. The NFL is all about seizing opportunities, and sometimes making a bold trade can change the entire trajectory of a franchise. Plus, with the offseason opening up that window, it's the perfect time for the Giants to make a statement. A trade for Chris Jones could be the spark they need, an injection of talent that redefines their defensive identity and sets the stage for a brighter future. Now, let's not forget the historical context. The Giants have always been a franchise that values gritty, disruptive interior players. Think of their championship teams of the past. Bringing in someone like Jones would resonate with that identity and inspire their young defense to elevate their game. It's about creating a culture of winning, of dominance in the trenches, and of making every opponent feel the pressure from the inside out. This is exactly the kind of move that can turn around a season or at least give the team that much-needed boost to finish strong and build momentum heading into the next year. And as we wrap up, I want to emphasize that this isn't just speculation for fun. It's a genuine possibility that could reshape the NFC East landscape. The Giants have the talent on offense, with Saquon Barkley and others, but their defense has been the missing piece. If they can land Chris Jones and pair him with Thibodeaux, they're creating a nightmare for opposing offenses. The potential for a dominant interior pass rush combined with a young, hungry secondary could turn the Giants into a formidable playoff team very quickly. So, Giants fans, keep your eyes on this story. It's one that could define the offseason and have a lasting impact for years to come. Whether it happens or not, the fact remains that the Giants are thinking big, and that's exactly what we want to see. The future is bright if they pull the trigger and go all in on a move like this. This is the kind of boldness that fans crave, and with the right pieces in place, Big Blue could be on their way back to the top of the NFC. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think the Giants should go all in and try to land Chris Jones? Or do you believe that maintaining their current roster and draft assets is the smarter move? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. Remember, the offseason is just getting started, and there's plenty of time for the Giants to make bold moves that could define their future. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news, rumors, and analysis. Let's keep the passion alive, and as always, let's go Big Blue.